Welcome back everyone, John from Discover RC. Thanks for joining me. Today I have a review of the Mini Drones number 668, a little micro quadcopter from gearbest.com, and I'll put a link to the quad in the description if you want to check it out. These come in red or white, and for $16.59 you get everything that you see here. Mini quad, little game style transmitter, USB charger, a little bag of spare props, and the manual. Give you guys a closer look at this little quadcopter. It's got some prop guards, on-off switch in the back, charging port, and a single cell 120 milliamp battery. Takes about 30 to 40 minutes to charge it, and initially I was getting about 3.5 to 4 minute flights. That did improve after running a number of cycles through the battery to about 4.5 minutes. So I'd say about a 4-minute flight time. So not the greatest, but decent enough. Transmitter is your standard game style transmitter, fairly stiff springs here, so not the greatest, but for 16 bucks you can't expect too much. Go ahead and turn it on for you. So you've got your flip button right here, and the quad does some very nice, very fast flips. And one kind of funny thing I found was that if you press the flip, you know, you can do your flip, but if you press the flip and then hold the stick, it'll just keep flipping over and over and over again until it loses altitude and crashes, or you let go of the stick. So press it and just hold it, and you can just watch the thing flip over and over and over again, which is pretty cool. When you first turn it on, it's going to be in the low rate mode, which is the 1 beep. Then you can go into the second mode, 2 beeps, or the high rate mode, 3 beeps. All those modes are still self-leveling, you just get more bank angle. So in the low rate mode, quadcopter is pretty docile. It's got very limited bank angle, and it's actually very good for a beginner. It's very good for indoors. If you're just starting out, that's the mode you want to be in. If there's a little breeze outside and you're in that low rate mode, the breeze might just push the quadcopter away. It doesn't have enough bank angle, pitch, or roll to overcome the wind. So if there's a little breeze outside, go into that second mode. You got a little bit more control authority and you'll be able to fly it a little better in that wind. Once you're comfortable with that, third mode, pretty decent for flying it around quickly. There is no full manual mode with the quad. I wish there was, that'd be very cool. The trim tabs are actually up here on the shoulders, which is kind of unusual. So you have a front and back trim, and you have a left and right trim. This quadcopter is pretty stable overall. It's very easy to hover it, very easy to keep it in one spot, especially in that low rate mode. You can kind of just keep it right in front of you. So pretty stable overall. Right here, left stick, push it down, go into your headless mode. Should start flashing. There you see it's flashing, so now it's in the headless mode. And I believe you probably want to do that with it facing away from you. I tried the headless mode, turned the quadcopter towards me, and tried to fly it back towards me, and it flew off to the side. So didn't really work too well. And I'm not really good at flying headless mode. I just can't get used to it. I'm used to flying a quadcopter the normal way. I think headless mode is kind of a gimmicky thing on these quads. It doesn't really work that well, and it's not something you really want to learn to fly in, because eventually you're gonna have to learn to fly the quad the normal way. So not too impressed with headless mode. I'd rather have a full manual mode or some other feature with the quad, but there it is. That's just the way it is. So 2 AAA batteries are needed for the transmitter. Other than that, then you're good to go. LED lights are very bright, very easy to see. In the manual, there is a method for recalibrating the gyros. I tried it a few times. I couldn't seem to get it to work very well. I'm not sure it worked at all, in fact, but you know, this quadcopter is actually very stable, and despite crashing it a bunch of times, it's still very easy to hover it in one spot without much correction. So, you know, maybe it'll hold up. For 16 bucks, not that bad. All right, guys, overall, pretty decent little quadcopter for the price. Nice bright LEDs. I like the flight modes. I like the multi-flip option. And again, I don't know if that's just a quirky thing or what, but kind of funny. The transmitter itself, you know, not that great. Could be better in the layout, but you get what you get. Overall, decent little quadcopter. Any questions or comments, guys, please post below. Again, I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.